Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here, have some music. Have you tried not being late? Never, Cap. Never. What would be the fun in that? Where would be the fun in that? Where are you? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, you're on the bad microphone. It's okay. It's okay. Jane, welcome in. Welcome to Phone-a-Friend Friday, the only show on Fridays that starts no less than 1 minute late. How are you doing this wonderful evening?
I am fine.
Fine. Okay. Okay. Good. Oh, I didn't do open answer questions. My retail training has failed me. It's just gone. My old manager would just write me up right on the spot. So here we go. Jane, tell me a wonderful thing that happened to you this evening.
This evening, I went to McDonald's and I got 2 sets of fries.
Whoa.
And that is my evening.
Wait. Did you order 2 sets or they just like gave you an extra?
I ordered 2 sets.
That's still just as good. It's just as good. It's fine.
I mean, I got them, so
yeah.
It's better than the bad part of my McDonald's trip, which I won't talk about because you didn't ask.
Tell me about the bad part of your McDonald's trip on Friday, August 27th.
The mobile order let me order a cherry limeade, and I was so excited. And so, whenever I went there, they actually sent the manager out to tell me they don't have cherry limeade.
What did they give you instead?
A Diet Coke. So
that's less exciting. They didn't have anything that was like adjacent to.
They have like their new, like, what are those things called? Slushy things, but I didn't really want it. That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
So is a cherry limeade, but
I was gonna say, I feel like cherry limeade is about there too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you only got the Diet Coke, but you got 2 French fries. So yeah.
Yes, I got a lot of fries.
Was it medium, large, small?
2 mediums.
2 mediums. Okay. Yeah, because 2 large would just be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd have to share.
Yeah. No, forget it. Forget it. That's one of those things where whenever Mrs. Woos and I go out to eat, if I get French fries, I know she's gonna get some. She's gonna be like, I don't want French fries. No, I don't want to. I can't today. And I'm going, all right, fine. I'm getting double French fries instead of broccoli and French fries. So don't you touch it.
From McDonald's?
No, not from McDonald's. Just in general. I don't go to McDonald's.
I thought this was like a Boston thing.
No. Yeah, no. McDonald's isn't like one of my destinations. If I'm like starving and I'm driving past one, I'll eat it. Mm-hmm. But I fortunately live about the same distance from like a Wendy's than a McDonald's, so that's what I'll go to for sure.
Okay.
But if I have my choice, it'll be, I don't know if you have it where you are, but Five Guys is like my burger joint
do.
Yeah, I love Five Guys, but I don't have any.
Guys,
yeah.
And we have another place called Mooyah that's very similar in
we don't have that
style.
That's interesting. Or Shake Shack, but that's like smaller food portions, which is probably better for me. But like, you get so many French fries from Five Guys.
Yeah, it's like a whole bag.
Yeah, I feel like they have a quota that they have to use up.
Yeah, I mean they have all those potatoes. So.
Yeah, that's true. They're all just sitting there next to the
famine's
peanuts.
Coming. We have to give them the fries now.
Oh man. Well, welcome to Phone-a-Friend Friday. Thank you for being on. I appreciate it. This is another one that was like, I feel like long in the scheduling process.
That was my fault.
No, well,
it was Loki's fault. It was Loki's fault.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because when this is how long we've been scheduling this for. Loki just hit, and I was like, Jane, let's be on. And you were like, oh, but I'm doing like maybe watch parties or something. And I was like, understandable, completely fine. Let's circle back to it, and then we did, and now Loki. Now it's what if. So, yeah. Have you been watching that? You've been enjoying that?
No, I haven't yet. What? I haven't started it because our friends are like they're teachers, so they recently just got super busy. So, hopefully soon.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for you to do that. So, for anyone who's been here. This will be a refresher. I can't talk. I just did an hour of talking for Avatar. This is not a great idea, but we're going to power through. Anyone who's new, or if you've been here, here is how Phone-a-Friend Friday works. And now I regret all that alliteration because that's very difficult to say right now. I have 3 different tabs opened from 3 different sites that all have different kinds of questions. We have funny icebreakers for children, which is very funny. We have would you rather and this or that questions. I am messaging Jane right now the categories for the icebreaker questions. Chat, you're going to type in !FAF for all of the categories right there, nice in front of you. And we're going to go through, we're going to answer some random questions. If you like just not knowing what's going to be coming next, which I think some of your community might. I feel like that's kind of the draw right there. You're going to love this because I don't even know what the questions are going to be because I'm not picking them. What's going to happen for the icebreakers is Jane's going to pick a category, then chat's going to pick a number through a range that I give them. And then chat's going to pick the category and Jane's going to pick the number range through which I give her. And then we'll mix and match and we'll go through it. And that's gonna be our night. I act like there is any sort of structure to this show. There's not, so no pressure. It's just an excuse for me to talk to my friends live in front of everyone. So
that's the only reason I agreed to.
It's true.
I wanted to talk to my friend.
Yeah, and I am very busy. I say if you want to talk to me, only on content that benefits me. That's how this works. That's how this friend. It's a very healthy friendship that we have. Anyways, so. Jane, the 5 categories are content, sports ball, education and goals, favorites, and the Randalorian. Disclaimer, the Randalorian actually has no Star Wars trivia in it whatsoever or questions. It's just a clever way to name something random.
I like this.
So pick the category.
I think I'm going to get sports ball out of the way.
Sports ball out of the way. All right, chat number 1 through 20. Go. We'll say evil bastard. You got a 5 in there. We'll do that right now. All right, number 5 is there any? Well, that's not even English. Is there any sport you could perform in the Olympics?
Ooh, is this like I could legit perform it, or I wish I could perform it?
Well, this is the whole question. I like paraphrased it.
What would you?
Was any sport you could perform in the Olympics? Which would you choose? That's the question, which doesn't make sense. So, thanks, gatheredagain.com.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's say this. Let's say this. If you could make a talent that you have.
Oh no, that changes everything. Actually, I'm like sitting here like I think shot put probably.
No.
And you're like make up an Olympic sport.
Yeah, make up an Olympic sport that you would be really good at.
Dang. Oh gosh. I don't know. Can arts and crafts be added? Because I think I could probably do arts and crafts pretty well.
Yeah.
Some sort of arts and crafts thing. I would honestly, if it were up to me, if I could choose, I would choose ice skating. But I don't know how to I'm not good at ice skating. I have done shot put in the past. But I would have to say if I were making it up, probably some sort of arts and crafts, duct tape art.
Oh. I just understood the question. It's a typo. I'm going to say this now, and you're going to be like, oh, that makes so much more sense. If there was any sport, not is, if there was any sport you could perform in the Olympics, which would you choose?
Oh.
I'm going with evil bastard for me. I'm going to say archery, because if I could be an Olympic archist, that's not the word. Archer. There we go. I had to go through my Green Arrow trivia for a minute there. If I could be an Olympic archer, then I would just be Green Arrow. is what would happen. If you heard of a vigilante that's just using bows and arrows, and I recently picked up archery and learned I was a natural and I could compete in the Olympics, you could put 2 and 2 together on that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You could do the Robin Hood thing too, and like not be, and like cover yourself up so they don't think that you're like cheating or anything.
Oh yeah. Put the blindfold on and then like
look like an old man.
The double bullseye. Ooh, the old man. That's right. And then I celebrate a little bit too much, and then it just reveals that I am in fact a bipedal fox.
Yeah, not a superhero.
No. Just a fox on 2 legs.
Not Green Arrow.
No.
Just Robin Hood now.
Just Robin Hood now.
At least you get made Marian. That's cool.
That's true.
Wow.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Then chat. You can go 1 through 5, or you can pick the next category by name. It's up to you. I'll let you do it. And then I will ask Jane the number range, and then we'll get a question out of that. And maybe it will be proper English with no typos whatsoever, or maybe it'll be all typos. I don't know. There's, I think, 150 questions at least on this.
Wow.
There's a lot.
And I'm going to answer all of them.
No, we're going to do a couple. I'm going to look at the time and be like, crap, we got 2 more segments to get through. And then we're going to rush through the 2 more segments. That's how that usually goes. That's my time management skills right there. All right. Anyone? 1 through 5. Anyone. And if you don't, I'll have to pick it. And that's just going to make me sad. We got so many first-time chatters today. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome in. Hello. Thank you for the follow there. Number 2 from Danger. Number 2 is sports ball again. All right. Sports ball again. Jane, 1 through 19.
17, my lucky number.
17. Do you know how to hunt?
Yeah. Well, I have gone hunting before because we have property.
Oh.
So I also know how to fill a feeder.
I don't know what that is.
It's a big like structure that has food in it for like deers to like eat.
Yeah.
So that they go to that spot, and then you like kind of hide up in this area.
I've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I just didn't know what it was called. Interesting.
I've never actually gone hunting, but I can at least.
In theory.
I've never hunted.
Yeah.
But I have gone hunting before.
Okay. That's a good distinction. I never have, and I probably never will. That's just, I don't know. It's not a big thing up here. Anyways, in Massachusetts.
That's true. Y'all don't have a lot of
the
same type of land we have here.
Yeah, it's a lot less spread out than where you are. I'll say that. So we do have quite a few wild animals, though. Turkeys roam free. Oh my god, they're terrifying. They're huge. And they can get on rooftops.
And they're mean.
Yeah, they're mean. Every time I let my dogs out, I'm just like, I hope there's no turkeys out there. Please. Because Rusty will go right for them, and that won't end well.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. We have coyotes, too. I never saw a coyote in person until I moved into this house. And I got home super late at night one night. And I got out of my car, and I closed the door. And then I see this, like, coyote. It was a pretty big one. Just, like, casually strutting down as if it doesn't have a care in the world. Just, like, right the middle of the road in between the double yellow lines. And I was like, what? And you know what I did? This is the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. My reaction was to double click my lock button on my car so it made a beeping sound. So I got it
with a slight beep.
It was like a beep. And then the guy looked at me. It stopped. It looked at me. I looked at him, and then looked at me, and I looked at him, and I looked at me, looked at him, and then he just casually walked on his way. I've never been so scared. I was just like, I know how to fend off an assailant that's a human with keys in between my knuckles. I don't think this will work for a coyote if it came towards me. Also,
I guess that's true.
I would just die. So that was very stressful. But I lived.
At least it's not a wolf.
That's
true. I feel like coyotes mostly go after animals that are smaller than them. So I think you're a little bit bigger than a coyote. So I think you're okay.
It was a big coyote, though. It was like abnormal. It wasn't like wolf large, but it was definitely larger than what I thought a coyote could be.
Yeah.
So there was that. Evil Bastard said he tried to tame him. I don't think that'll work so well. I don't know.
I think that it'd run away before you got close to it. Honestly, we have them here too.
Oh yeah. I worry less about coyotes getting in my yard because Rusty is so loud all the time that they would just be like, oh, there's like a crazy dog there. We're not going in there. And Rusty is also like 45 pounds. So he's not small either. He's not large, but he's not small. So like predators, I'm not super worried about. Him getting himself hurt, that's a whole other issue right there. Okay, I'm going to pick the category, and then Jane, you're going to pick the number. The next one is going to be content. So number 1 through 22.
5.
Number 5. What kind of music makes you want to dance?
Honestly, right now, I'm like really into The Weeknd and Saweetie.
Okay. Wait, The Weeknd and who?
Saweetie, which is really weird.
Okay, all right.
But I'm just totally I like music that gets me pumped up to drive, and both of those do that.
That's fair. I've been listening to nothing but Bo Burnham's Inside for like a month. That's all I'm listening to music wise right now.
Pretty catchy.
It is hilarious, interesting.
And it's relevant.
It gets funny. It gets more. I get more into it after every listen. I don't know how that's happening. I've never had this kind of like commitment to music before, but I've just been really enjoying it. Although no, I have been listening to some other stuff too, but right now it's just pretty much all Bo Burnham all the time in my head.
But does it get you dancing?
Nothing gets me dancing. I don't dance. I'm a macho alpha man. I don't dance. Yeah. I hunt. That's not true at all. I just said that. I hunt and I do manly things like fix cars with my bare hands and grill and
I feel like I've seen your face rigged dog dance a few times during our Such Things duets.
And I smoke 50 packs a day because I am man. No, I don't. I just don't like dancing. I don't get self-conscious about many things, but dancing is one of them. To the point where, like, if I'm dancing, I'm probably drunk, and that's it. That's how that goes.
And that is how we will.
That is how that happens.
Next time we see him drunk.
If you want to talk about like acting like an idiot in my kitchen and like pelting out some songs, then I mean, we'd be talking about some high school / early college music. So we'd be talking about like some Taking Back Sunday. We'd be talking about, if I'm feeling a little moody, maybe get into some good old My Chem, some MCR, some of the Used, or Linkin Park. Linkin Park let me going.
Oh,
every time.
Love Linkin Park.
It's just
Hybrid
like
Theory. I listen to that like forward and backward all the time.
Brings me back, let me tell you. And I have that, I don't know where it is anymore. I don't know where any of my CDs are, but their Live from Texas album, I love that so much. It was such a good time. And that's one of my like big regrets in life is I never saw them live.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah. So
there's so many bands I wish I could see live.
I know. Well, what's one besides Linkin Park for you?
Muse. I would love to see Muse.
Yes, Muse would be so good live.
I want to go for the experience. I'm not like a pit dancer.
Yeah,
I just want to go and just like experience the music and see them doing their art. I just like that.
Yeah.
And I'd go back and watch Queen if I could.
Cool. They would be really good. Go that was that Wembley Stadium. Go to that one. That'd be really cool. I don't know if that was the actual stadium. I'm just making that up. But the one that was in the movie, the Live Aid concert.
Live Aid.
Live Aid. Yeah. That one. That one would be cool. So my quick Muse story. I was in a super Muse mood one night, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, I really just want to listen to Muse. So I went down this like Spotify hole and started listening to all these different like Muse songs. And then I went to YouTube and started watching all of their live stuff. And I was like, you know what? I really want to see them live. Next time they're live, I'm going to buy a ticket. I'm going to go see them immediately. You know when their next concert was? in the Boston area.
The next day?
It was 3 hours prior to me having that.
So was that night?
It was just, like, already over. I was on the internet, on Spotify, on YouTube, having my own concert in my bedroom while they were performing live in Boston.
They called to you. They said, come to us. And you're like, I'll turn on Spotify instead.
I completely ignored the signs.
Aww.
And I've just not seen them live. I have seen Nine Inch Nails live, and they were really good. I really did dig that. Yeah, they're really cool. But I'm also a big Nine Inch Nails guy. Like, I'm a big Trent Reznor fan.
I like Trent Reznor.
To the point where the Social Network soundtrack is probably one of my favorite soundtracks of all
I
time.
love that soundtrack.
It's so good, right?
Oh my gosh. The movie is okay. The movie's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
The music is so good.
The movie has Peter Parker facing off against Lex Luthor.
That's true.
And Lex Luthor rips off the Lone Ranger for his idea. Two of them.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Oh, believe me.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
Oh, I saw that movie a lot because that was the point where I was working at an indie game studio, and my buddy who I was working with, he would give me rides, and he did night classes for writing in Boston at Emerson. So I would go with him into town, and I would just go to the movie theater, and I would just see whatever was there. So The Social Network was playing a lot. So I just saw The Social Network like 5 or 6 times in theaters because I had literally nothing else to do. So yeah, that was a solid time. Or I would just wander. I'd go to like Borders too sometimes, back when Borders was a thing. And I would just read some graphic novels while hanging out.
Oh, I miss Borders.
Yeah, me too. I miss just hanging out. That one is a really cool one in Boston too, because it used to be a bank. So they had the old vault door, and that was like a little side reading room that you could go into. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Last one for the funny icebreakers. I'm going to pick the category again, and then chat's going to pick the number, and we're going to go for Randalorian. Chat number 1 through 18, if you please. If you please. While we're waiting, Evil Bastard said, I saw Nine Inch Nails open for David Bowie. That's crazy. I wish I saw that.
I love David Bowie too.
Yeah, I wish I saw one of his concerts too. Number 13. This will be a fun one. What would your superhero name be?
Mysterio's already taken, isn't it?
I had this thought about Mysterio. So this is going to be Far From Home spoilers, if you haven't seen it yet. Come back in like 10 seconds. So we all know that Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio, was playing this part of, I'm from an alternate world and I'm a hero, right? Mm-hmm. This is also going to be Loki spoilers. Wait, you finished Loki, right, Jane? I assume. Okay. I was going to say, I can't. If not, then we're moving on. So in Loki, the multiverse happens. So that means that it is entirely possible that there is a Mysterio that shows up who has the same origin story that Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio made up, but is true.
Ooh.
And no one will believe him. Because they'll be like,
maybe it's me.
Are you Mysterio?
I'll be alternate universe Mysterio. Mysteria.
Ooh, Mysteria. Mysterix. I don't know where I'm going with that one. I don't know. I had it. It sounded good in my head, and then I said it, and I was like, oh, that's terrible. Yeah. That's not better than Mysterio. That works, though, because all the mystery box things that you do. Yeah. Okay. Mine would be the manliest man to have ever been a man. That's what it would be, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Tough man, tough guy, right there. Tough guy. No, I'm terrible at thinking of names, and that's why basically my name is just Booster Greg, because Booster Gold's my favorite superhero, as everyone knows, and my name is Greg. So I just put the two together. I would be like, I think I'd be like Flash in the comics, where he just doesn't have a secret identity. Everyone would just know who I am.
Or Doctor Strange.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He doesn't use make-believe names. That's his actual name. He's an actual doctor. Okay, let's move on to the this or that section. Now, I have a generator with some categories here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a relatively new one, so I don't have this memorized yet. There's 8 categories. We're going to go in blind. We're going to go in not knowing. We're going to go into mystery. Jane, 1 through 8, go.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This category is called funny. So this or that. Have a time machine or a magic wand?
Ooh, we were just talking about music. I feel like I would choose the time machine. So I could go back and listen to all these musicians.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think for me, time machine is the way to go as well, because if magic was a thing, then I would just go back in time to where it was more prominent. And what history has told me is that was during the medieval times. There was all magic all the time. So
I'm watching Merlin right now, and that is exactly what's going on.
Merlin, is that the one with John Hurt as the dragon?
Yep.
Oh, I never finished that one. I started watching it though.
Oh, I like it.
It was
I'm
pretty
in
solid.
3rd season now.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I watched 1 season maybe, but it was really because I was on a super Doctor Who kick, and I think doesn't Moffat work on that? Someone, or was it someone from the creative team of Doctor Who? I think worked on it, because all of my Whovian fans worked on or were loving it, so that's how I got into it.
I don't know that.
That's fine. That's fine. We can just make up things here and just state them as fact. We're on the internet, so that's how that works. I think, right? Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Yeah. No one will look back and fact check us.
No. And if they do, they'll blame me. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Okay, chat 1 through 8, go. Facts. 8 from Dylan. Technology. Oh no, wait. Yeah, why do you go into that? Okay, technology. All right, here we go. Laptop or desktop?
Desktop.
Why?
100%.
Why?
More capability, I guess, and you can upgrade it. I don't know. I think it's just that you can upgrade it easier, and you can make it however strong you need it to be.
Okay. Yeah, I think if there were no tablets, if iPads weren't a thing, I would say laptop, but desktop all the way. More power. Hold on, there's Fast and the Furious going on outside my house right now.
Wow.
Yeah, we got muscle cars.
Watch.
I'm always just like, hey, Dom, your family's not here. Move on.
Clap for them.
And he's just like, did you say family? And I'm like, God damn it. Not again, Tom. Gone over this. No, I would say desktop as well, because the power is more power for your buck. You don't really need portability and technology as much anymore these days, at least in the power, because they got all the cloud computing going on for gaming. So you can play your PlayStation on your iPad if you wanted to.
That's true.
Yeah. Or you just use your phone. That's what I do. I have an iPad that I was like, oh, I'll watch movies at night in bed while Mrs. Boost is sleeping. And I just take out my phone and I do the same thing. And my iPad gets used for doodle pages for Avatar the Podcast Patreon content. And that's about it. I spent all that money and that's all that gets used. Okay, we're going to... Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not just sitting there collecting dust and been dead like my watch has been for since the pandemic started.
Oh.
My watch is just sitting there just like, don't you love me anymore? And I'm like, quiet. I'm fat and I'm lazy and I'm not walking and you're not getting on my wrist.
Telling me to stand up.
I know. I'll stand when I damn well please. And that would be never. I'm glued to the seat permanently. Okay. Next category. We're going to go right in line, which was Adam coming in with number 3, food or drink. I think this is a no-brainer. Dessert, homemade or store-bought?
Homemade.
Yeah, 110%. Yeah. Unless...
Why is that even a question?
Unless, I'm going to throw this out there. Everyone's cool. No one's going to narc on me after I say this, right? Right. Unless my wife is making it, and then probably store-bought. She undercooks brownies every time.
So brownies, okay.
Every
time.
Does
she undercook them, or do you just not wait for it to set?
No, she cooks them and then overnight. I don't touch them until the next morning. And I'm like, I'm going to have a nice brownie breakfast. No, it's soup. Well, not soup, but it's like not cooked all the way through.
Pudding.
It's like, yeah.
Brownie pudding.
It's not great.
Aw.
So, however, she does make many other wonderful things that are great, but just not brownies. No more brownies, please. And she tries every time, bless her. But no, it doesn't come out right.
Well, it sounds like you need to take over brownie territory.
Oh, I won't bake. That's like Gordon Ramsay has scared me from like permanently away from baking. Every time.
Taken up his personality, and now
yes, the most beautiful, wonderful, amazing, tasty brownie soup. We watch a lot of MasterChef here, in case you couldn't tell, and he always says baking is so difficult. It's precise. You have to. You can't just mess around. It's got to be exact, on the money. And
baking is like the literal science part of cooking. So yeah.
Yeah.
It also might be your oven.
It's a new oven though. It's like, well, I mean, it's relatively new too. Like we bought it when we moved into the house 4 years ago.
I'm really trying for your wife.
I know you are.
Trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
So fortunately, there are many redeeming qualities that she has, such as putting up with my crap most of the time. So I'll let the brownies slide.
All right.
But usually I would go homemade. Yeah, like there's no question. Store-bought is, I guess, fine if you're in a like a jam, but you can always taste the difference. Always. Yeah. All right. Jane, 1 through 8, go.
7.
7 is this one. These ones are all weird and I don't like them. I'm just hitting random all the time. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Basement or extra bedroom in a house? Which would you prefer?
Ooh, I had a basement. So I feel like I would go with extra bedroom. Okay. Is it, what other reason other than the fact that you have a basement or had one? I don't know. In my head, basements always flood because I always hear of the basement flooding. Yeah. So I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
But then again, your whole house could flood.
That's true.
Could like limit it down to one basement. But I feel like if I had an extra bedroom, I could, well, I mean, I have my own office, but I could have like another office.
Your backup office?
Yeah, my other office, or like if we ever have a kid.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could have an office for my kid, offices.
Yep.
Just like offices.
I'm with you with extra bedroom. I have that same fear of just like a basement flooding. We discussed at this house, for me moving I call it my studio because I'm very fancy, this whole room that I'm in right now into the basement. And I'm just like, but what if it floods? Do you know how much shit I have and how expensive it all was?
Oh,
I do not want to buy it.
Everything behind you, everything in front of you, just all that money.
All of it. Just like, all I see is just like my debt laughing in front of me. Just kidding. Or am I? No, but yeah, extra. If there's one thing I've learned from home ownership is that you can never have too many bedrooms. You can always find a use for one of them. So yeah. I'm with that one. I'm going to pick number 2. And we're going to go with, okay. You're forced to upset someone. Do you verbally punch them or actually punch them?
Oh. So I'm guessing this is somebody I know in real life. Not like you, where I have to literally like go to Boston. And
there's a reason why I'm so far away from you, Jane. Let's just put that out there. I can ask you these questions and feel confident that I will not get punched. Although I did just insult my wife's brownies. So if someone narcs on me, then I probably will get punched tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll get verbally punched.
Or maybe I'll get verbally punched or not be able to go to bed tonight. We'll find out. I
think if I was given the actual option, I I would physically punch someone. I just think that is a very attractive feeling. Like when I get mad, I do want to punch something, and if it's the person and I can do it because you asked me if I would, then I would do it.
Yeah.
Because you asked me if I would, and so I have to do one of them, right? So
yes.
I would punch them. Yeah.
I would go verbal punch. I think verbal punches are more effective. I also think they're funnier for me. I'm thinking like House. In this scenario, I am Dr. Gregory House of House MD, and his verbal punches were hilarious.
Parry punch.
It's
yes, I can see that.
I loved House. I love House so much that I developed an unhealthy and uncomfortable relationship with the character, essentially, in my mind, where it's like, I am House now. I literally did nothing but watch, I think, 7 seasons in like 2 weeks.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I couldn't stop myself. And I was just like, yep, this is how we go. And I just had Tic Tacs and I just like threw them in my mouth like he pops fits. It was not great. It's not a proud part of my life, but it happened and it was fun. And
it was fun.
It was interesting to cosplay in real life as House, which is literally just jeans, a t-shirt, and a blazer. So it's not really that much cosplaying. And a cane. I did have a cane. Can't forget that. Okay. All right. Moving on. This will be the last this or that chat 1 through 8. Please. Whenever you have a moment, when it works for you. Number 2. Thanks, Danger. Every day. Bum, bum, bum. So this one will be very easy. Then we'll choose Adams, and then that'll be it. Car or public transportation?
Car.
Yes, especially now. Especially now. If it was the before times, I think it'd be a little more of a thinking exercise for me.
Yeah. If I'm going to like PAX, or if I'm going somewhere far away, I wouldn't mind taking a train. I think that would be fine, but
yeah,
it's just car now.
Car, yeah. Yeah, you get your own tunes, you and your significant other or family or a friend or whoever that you're living with, roommate, that they're not sick with the Rona. Like it's all just a lot more ease of mind versus you hop on like, the subway or a bus or whatever. And you're just like, I don't know any of these people here. Literally anything could be happening right now. I agree. All right. Last one is number 7. So here, it's not would you rather. That's the next one. Here it is. Be ugly and marry a good looking person, or be good looking and marry an ugly person? For me, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter for me.
Can I just be ugly and marry an ugly person?
Save yourself from like the anxiety.
I don't want to talk about my current relationship, which one I think is more attractive.
Oh man. Yes, we can say that. We'll just say we're both ugly and we're both married in this fictional scenario, married to ugly people. Which is not the chat, clip this. Which is not the real answer, which is really I'm ugly and I'm married to the most beautiful, wonderful, and flawless woman to have ever existed.
Yeah, he's not lying.
I'm not lying.
He's not lying at all.
So what if she can't make brownies?
Are you still clipping, guys?
Why am I stuck in this? Okay. All right. That's enough. That's enough of this. We're going to the would you rather generator. I've generated 5 would you rather questions. Maybe we break the generator, maybe we don't. This is very similar to this or that. It's just more different list to pull from. All right. Chat 1 through 5. I need it. Cap says, I think it's time to dessert that bit. So good. Number three. Would you rather never eat your favorite food again, or never kiss someone again?
Hmm.
This one's tough.
Yeah. What's funny is I don't know what my favorite food is. So I think I would, if I were to choose that one, I would go through life not knowing what I'm missing out on.
Oh my God. But is that more tragic that way?
Yeah, I think that is more tragic. I think I would rather go through life still kissing people or my husband.
Nope, kissing people. Okay.
Well, I guess like I throw my mom and my dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Too. That's fair. So, I didn't even consider that. Like familial little pecks in the cheeks.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would have to be it, because if I don't know what my favorite food is, it would be like a game. Like I just try stuff until I realize I can't eat it, I guess. You
just try to eat something and it just blinks out of existence.
Yeah.
I guess that was cool. It. That's fair. All right, we'll do 5 more. Jane, 1 through 5.
Wait, we just chose 3. 2.
It's a different list, so you can keep on choosing 3 if you want. Number 2. Would you rather move to a new city every month or stay in the same location for your entire life?
Move every month. Oh gosh. I think I'd rather move.
Yeah, why?
Just the exploration part of it. Like I like food, so I think it would be cool if I was forced to move, so I could go to all these places in Asia. And I could go to like Germany where I was born. I could just like drink with my German family that I guess I have.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool, because if I was being forced to move, I could just move to all these places that I've always wanted to go.
Yeah. I'd rather stay put. I know where I am. It's comfortable. Everything's set up the way I like it. I don't have to worry about moving every month where I have to like start thinking about, can I buy this? Should I buy this? I really want this. I really need this. What am I going to do with it later? Pet owning, I think, is a lot easier, especially in my scenario where I have 2 dogs and a cat.
That's true.
Also, I have the family to think about. So I've got BB, and if we're packing up and going every month, she's not going to make friends, all that kind of stuff. But really, like, I'm just a guy that when I get comfortable, I like to stay, maybe for longer than I should.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
I think I could do minimalistic I don't know. I think I could do that. I don't think Jesse would be on board. I don't think my cat would be on board.
Yeah.
But I think for the sake of this question, I'd much rather move around.
Okay. All right. My turn. 1 through 5. I'm picking number 4. Would you rather live in a tree or in a cave?
Ooh. As a kid, I always wanted to live in a tree house.
Yeah, me too.
Do I have to build it though, or can I just get a pre-built tree?
Oh. I'm going to say you got to build it because that's a benefit to the cave. There's pros and cons to this, right? The cave is like, there's a reason why cavemen and cavewomen lived in caves, right? It was an easy shelter. But who knows if you go deeper, who knows what lies in there. Versus a tree, you can kind of see what's going on there. Yeah, you might get some bugs in there every once in a while, but if there's a dangerous predator coming towards you, you're going to see it from a tree. Also, higher ground means you don't have to worry about rain. You just have to worry about building yourself a little platform there.
Yeah, and a roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd choose a tree. That's just always something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah. See, I would go cave because that's always something that I wanted to do. Like caves are just really cool to me. Like, I don't know. They just have like spelunking. Yeah, I've never done that. That would require me getting off my butt, which I think we've established is not going to happen because my watch can't tell me what to do. And also my watch would be like, good job, you're doing things. And I don't want to give it the satisfaction. Okay. Chat 1 through 5. This is fun. These ones are great.
Yeah.
I'm digging these ones.
They're interesting. Making me think.
Number 4. Would you rather have free coffee or free ice cream for the rest of your life?
Coffee.
Yes, me too.
100%.
So why?
Well, first off, I'm lactose. And I'm not lactose intolerant. I'm lactose sensitive.
Okay.
So that would just torture me for the rest of my life if someone just like kept giving me ice cream.
Here, take this, take this,
Yeah.
take this. And you're just like, I'm dying. Stop.
Ow. But coffee, coffee.
Yeah.
I used to work for Starbucks for like 7 years. So it's like in my blood already. And I have bad withdrawal symptoms when I don't drink it for a day.
Yeah. I used to work at a Starbucks as well. I worked for like a year. I worked there.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was, when I was doing 3D animation school, I worked at a Starbucks. So I would have to drive an hour and 20 minutes from the school to the Starbucks. And then that was like 20 minutes home from that at that point. But that was also a time in my life where I was staying up until the sun came up playing City of Heroes. So I would just go to work and I would just like drown myself in coffee and I would make it through a 4 to 8 hour shift.
Dang. The morning shift?
Yes. That would be
that was my shift.
Yeah, I had that a lot until I was just like, can I just have the evening shift, please? So they would give me the evening Monday through Friday when I was going to school because I needed that. And then on the weekend, they were like, all right, you're working in the mornings. And I was like, oh, this sucks so much. And then
mornings are so fast, though.
Yeah, it did. It was the busiest, it was the fastest. And the evenings were so slow, but the evenings were so much easier.
Yeah. I was just talking to my old coworker about that, whether we liked morning or evening better. But
yeah,
I like morning because you could just take as many shots as you want and then still go home and pass out.
That's true.
But I guess you couldn't do that.
No, I mean, I still did. I just played City of Heroes until the sun came up.
Oh.
And it's a miracle I made it to class at all without dying in a horrible car crash. Yeah, that was a point where I just didn't go on Fridays. And then finally, it was like 2 months, 2 or 3 months of not going on Fridays. Finally, the instructor was just like, Greg, you got to show up on Fridays. Because Fridays was always critique day. And I didn't really like care because like, I was more of like get your critique in the moment kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, fine. Like I was like, at that point, I either knew if it was bad or good. So I didn't want to hear it either way. I'd rather just sleep. Yeah. So he was just like, he's like, I'm going to fail you if you don't show up on Friday. He's like, I'll forget it for now, but you got to show up. I was like, fine. So I did. And I was exhausted, but we did. I was also a much younger man at that point. So I could handle it. Now, forget it. No way. I can barely make it to this desk over here if I'm up until 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Never mind till the sun comes up. Jeez. All right, here we go. Here's another really good one. Would you rather eat steak with a spoon or soup with a fork?
I would choose steak because then I would have steak.
But you have to eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, that's fine.
How do you even do that?
I don't like most soups. I mean, animalistic style, I guess. Just like pick it up with a spoon. Yeah, you could pick it up with a spoon if you have to use it. Just use it like a spade or a shovel, and then just like stuff it in your mouth and eat it like beef jerky.
Oh man. Yeah, I agree with you. Steak with a spoon, but not for that reason. But I think it would be less infuriating to try to eat a steak with a spoon than soup with a fork.
Yeah.
You would get maybe a droplet or two of soup on each bite.
Yeah.
Unless
you're eating like ramen or something.
Yeah. I was just thinking that. No, I'm changing my answer. Soup with a fork because now we're talking about ramen and I love ramen.
I do love ramen.
I haven't had good ramen in maybe 5 years.
Ooh,
there's no places around me.
You need to change that.
I know, but there's no places around me. There used to be. When I worked at a certain retail location, there was Whole Foods right near it, and they had a ramen bar for like a year. And every lunch break, I would go. It was $10. It was so pricey, but I was like, this is delicious. And it got to the point where they just gave me extra in it because I was just there so much. And then one day, like I took a week off. I went on vacation. I came back and it was gone.
Oh.
It was replaced by a poutine bar. And I've never felt so disappointed by poutine in my life. It's just like, this is not what I want. And I just refused to have that bar from that bar. I was like, no, you broke my heart. You don't get my business. Chat 1 through 5. And then we're going to end after this next one. Number 5. Would you rather have a phone with... Oh, this one's broken. This one doesn't make sense. Would you rather have a phone with unlimited battery or strong? I love it when it breaks every time. Or strong.
Like maybe strong?
Stronger. It just says or strong. Stronger battery? I don't know. Stronger. I don't know. We're going to generate a new one. We're going to do a new one. We're going to go with number 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Would you rather get stuck in a cave for a day or stuck in an elevator for a day?
Ugh.
I know.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
This one's hard.
This one's pretty tough. It's not an ideal scenario either way.
Yeah.
So now it's a question.
I'm also thinking like super shallow cave. I could get stuck in that kind of cave for a day.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather a cave because at least with the cave, there is a possibility of an opening. I know that the point of the question is that there isn't one or that you haven't found it, but there's also like a chance that you could find like crystals and stuff. And you can't really find those unless you like get stuck in an elevator with a person wearing like diamonds. And you can steal them.
Now you're turning into Ocean's 11 over here very quickly. With a stuck in a cave scenario.
I need there to be some sort of benefit to me being stuck somewhere to choose one over the other.
As much as I would love to live in a cave, I would not want to be stuck in one. I would rather be stuck in the elevator because there is almost a guarantee that someone's coming to your rescue if you're stuck in an elevator. If you're stuck in a cave, no one might know you're in there.
Yeah, but you could also go to the bathroom anywhere and then just not go back to that place.
You can kind of do that in an elevator. It's just gets very limited after a while.
And if you're like stuck with like Captain America, stuck with like those like 20 people, you kind of run out of room.
We'll say you're alone in this scenario. We'll say that. We'll put that in there.
I'd still choose the cave. There's a lot more possibilities to do other stuff rather than just be anxious all the time in the cave.
I'm rethinking my answer now that you brought the bathroom scenario into it. I was not considering that at all. I guess I could Keanu Reeves from Speed it and just try to like climb up on top and pee down the shaft. I'm putting weight.
So much harder for me to do. Oh my God.
Entirely fair. I wasn't thinking about that. All right, so I think I'll stick to the elevator because I can do that, and you're just gonna be a cave woman, and that's
what I'll do.
That's how that one's gonna go. Jane, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I super appreciate you. It was such a good time. Why don't you tell everyone about all the wonderful things you do before I kick you off of the call?
Mostly I am sticking to TikTok stuff right now. I open mystery toys, mystery boxes, and pretty much anything that you don't know what's inside, I open them and have fun doing that. So
it's so good.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to be in there. It's great.
Never.
And then you get the little checklists and you're just like, oh, did I get the one? And it's like, your heart breaks or explodes depending on what the contents are. It's wonderful.
And my followers like either rejoice with me or like lament with me.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to have you on again at some point in the next year or so. Whenever what I'm calling season 2 of Phone-a-Friend Friday happens.
We'll schedule it after the next season of Loki.
That's right. We have to figure that out. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get our calendars sunk up. But have a good night, Jane. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That's right. Jane, everyone. Jane, wonderful, wonderful human being. Please go follow her on the TikToks, all that stuff. Don't go anywhere because we're playing 12 minutes after this quick break.